be being out a couple of days, a week at most, and that's pushing it. It's like 3, 4, maybe 5 days. So yeah, I think I won't be touching that for a while. I have Deus Ex 1, 2, oh sorry, Deus Ex 1 and Deus Ex Invisible War to complete. Deus Ex 1 and 2. And then I have, I'm thinking of getting Bioshock Infinite. Sorry, the Bioshock Collection, which is Bioshock Infinite, Bioshock 1 and Bioshock 2, as well as all the DLC. I'm thinking of doing that, replaying them. So I'll probably do them before I get on to this. So that's going to stretch it out even further. Before you'll see that. Also, I noticed a graphical glitch over there, and you have more painted on things. This time, I don't want to say it's too off, like too misangled. Maybe it is a little if you actually acknowledge where the 4 is, but it does look wrong, like it's just not fitting with the universe. It just ends up looking like a picture they've inserted. I think they just mirrored it over there, but it's hard to be certain just with the window effects. Yeah, it actually is just mirrored over it in that one. It's just basically 2 corridors, like side by side. It's like something out of a weird horror movie. Maybe kind of a shit horror movie. And there it is, yet again. They really like these paintings of corridors in Hengsha, it seems. But anyway, so yeah, I have no idea when I'll get to Mankind Divided. I'll probably be long since after being done recording it by the time I get to it, but when either case will be, I don't know. Yeah, so I think, like I said, I won't be recording it till like a year or 2 down the road. In which case, I'll have a lot of other things recorded in the meantime. I think maybe I should ease up on playing these kind of games for a while, so I'm not recording too far ahead, because my recording style does change. Compare now how I record now to how I recorded in my original videos. You can't have taken them down. But say if you could, you'll notice substantial change between my recording style. Certainly I've changed as a person. So yeah. Tomorrow is green, a blueprint for saving the Earth. The plain truth of it is this. We as a species have brutally abused our mother world, and not only we as a species, in concert, can heal it once more. How do we accomplish this? There are many ways, and they start with each and every one of us, from taking individual responsibility to reduce carbon footprint, through to larger, more proactive projects requiring dynamic cross-national cooperation, such as close orbit mirrors, orbital microsatellite mirrors capable of deflecting sunlight, green tech energy solutions, solar power cells, wind farms, wave power, iron seeding, simulating ocean plankton to consume carbon. Stimulating, cloud ships, mobile wind-powered vessels capable of turning seawater into white counter-solar clouds via weather modification, synthetic trees, nature-imitative carbon capture technology, deep ocean water displacement, piping systems to draw ocean from the depths, draw the water from the ocean depths up to stimulate the Earth's capacity for self-healing. Just that phrasing, while the thing may be something that will work, just sounds wooey, so I'm just like, yeah, you're full of shit. It's just a default reaction of mine. The Bell Tower Way, company history. In the 1990s, decorated officer Roger St. John Fawkes left the British Army and became a strategic consultant for a UK-based private military contractor, PMC. What he learned there encouraged him to strike out on his own. Calling in favours from contacts he gleaned from years in the army, St. John Fawkes set up Bell Tower UK, the precursor to the Bell Tower Group plc. His personal ethos informed everything about the company's operations and corporate policy, and Bell Tower became known for its refusal to engage in any contracts of an ethically challenged nature. At first, Bell Tower operated in minor conflict hotspots, handling low-level corporate security, kidnap and retrieval, and close protection details. by the early 2000s, the company had expanded its operation and grown into Bell Tower Associates, an umbrella entity. The Bell Tower Group now included subdivisions such as Bell Tower Maritime Security, Bell Tower Alpha, Hackwall, Data Protection Services, and the Sky Secure Aviation. Okay, so there's going to be more to that. You can actually, if you jump down, try and jump down here without Icarus, and you can get stuck there and be stuck to the wall. You can't actually get away from it. Actually, wait, I'm missing a side quest.
Have you seen Ning lately? Not since last week. I'm starting to get worried. She missed 3 days of work already. You don't think Chan, for Ning's sake? I hope not. May is worried though. Speaking of May, is she still downstairs arguing?
Don't mind me, ladies.
Where else would she be? That girl is seriously going to get herself into trouble one of these days. If that were the case,
These days.
would he be in trouble? Between you and me, I'm starting to think Chan's afraid of her.
TYM, Taeyong Medical, announces new cash stimulus for Pangu. Pengu? Actually, anyone ever see Pengu's The Thing? Someone took the kids' thing Pengu and combined it with, you know, the horror movie The Thing, and it's really cool. It's only like a 2-minute something thing. It's less than 3 minutes long. It's 2 minutes 14 seconds, 2 minutes 50 seconds. I don't know, 40 seconds. It's short. It's a cute little thing. Check it out. It's certainly something. And actually, I saw a tweet from, I think the guy directed the thing. It was John Carpenter, actually saying he loved it himself. It's cute to see that kind of thing. The creators actually acknowledging people's fan creations of their kind of thing. I just gotta like it. Ooh, and actually, here's something I just remembered. Jonathan McIntosh, he was losing his shit. I'm being exaggeratory there. Is that even a word? It is now. I'm exaggerating there about him, but yeah, he was quite grumpy over the new Mankind Divided. So much so that even the guy who voiced Jensen actually, had a bit of a chat with him. That he actually got him interested. Actually, like his responses, he was actually making the point that you haven't actually played the game yet, and he's leveling all these heavy criticisms at it. Like, he hasn't, it'd be one thing if you even watched a Let's Play. This is my phrasing here. But he hasn't even played it, and yet he's condemning it harshly. Because, doesn't fit his ideology, I guess. You'd want to check Jensen's tweets, the voice actor for Jensen's tweets out if you wanted to see them yourself. Of course, you'll have to pop back to sometime this year. So there's like a Twitter long-term search thing out there. I don't remember what it's exactly called though. It's Twitter long search or something. You'd find it. And just find his tweets and search for ones involving Jonathan McIntosh at Radical Bytes. Should be there, unless he's deleted them or whatever. I'd actually... Oh, what was it? I just got reminded of something there, and now I can't remember it. Oh, there's some other dipshit acting up. I actually don't remember. Damn it, my mind can just be so goddamn scattered. It's at the... it's just like right at the tip of your tongue, right on the edge of a cliff, ready to fall, like, out your mouth off the cliff, but it just won't tip over. Jonathan McIntosh was having a shit fit over the game. He was... I'm just running through this to myself to try and remember it. He was having an issue. He had an issue with the game. The voice actor for Jensen criticized, started a conversation, criticized him a bit, because he hasn't even played the game yet, and yet he's leveling such heavy accusations against it. I honestly don't remember what I was going to say. It's irritating me now. Here, give me a moment. Hey folks, and I'm back. Sorry about that. I still don't remember what I was going to say. I think I was going to reference some other guy acting like a dipshit about games, levying stupid criticisms against them, but I honestly do not remember who. I keep on to say it was that Rami guy. I mentioned him in my Blood Elf videos, and my Serious Sam things, but I don't think it was him. Maybe it was Macintosh saying something else stupid. But I think it was someone else, some other guy. I just don't remember who. Like, it's one thing to criticize thing and have valid reasons. It's another thing to criticize a thing and just being a dipshit about it, you know? And that's what they're doing. So, yeah. Having a flicker here to see if my mind is connected any of the words here with what I'm trying to remember. No, it hasn't. It's still on the edge of my mind, and so it's just like the feeling of I can nearly remember it. I can't, but I keep trying. It's irritating. Anyway, Taeyong Medical announces new cash stimulus for Pangu. Taeyong Medical announced today. No, that triggered a bit of a memory thing. There's the Pangu, John Carpenter's to detain Pangu, to John McIntosh and the guy voiced Jensen. I can't think of it. All I can think of now is Jonathan McIntosh's shitting on Spec Ops The Line, claiming that, oh, the main character is never humanized. No, he is humanized. He's just not a likable human. He's certainly humanized, and you could even understand why he's done what he's done. Does what he does, but just because he's humanized, and you can understand him, does not mean you must like him. That seems what he's getting at. To be humanized, you must go with his... I remember now. Go with his ideology. And here's what I was going to remember. There's a guy, he used to work on Borderlands. I can't remember his name now, annoyingly. But people frequently say, you know, whenever you're feeling down, just think to yourself, at least I'm not this guy. His daughter, sorry, not his daughter, his sister voiced Tiny Tina in Borderlands 2. And some other Gearbox character. You know that weird black mage gal out of the Gearbox's game that didn't do well? It wasn't a Borderlands game. People kept comparing it to Overwatch even though it had its own campaign and all that. That game. She voiced their character there. Him, I think I was thinking of. He's a bit of a dipshit. I was saying, things had to groove with Josh's ideology. This guy says the same thing. He was complaining about Metal Gear Solid 5 and claiming it was misogynistic that something bad happened to a gal in it. And he was claiming that, oh, she's only a kid and it's a woman and something bad happened to her. It's misogyny. It should be why aren't people in reviews condemning the game? And he wouldn't listen to anyone saying she's actually older than she looks. There's actually a story reason for it. And, there's story to it. But he wouldn't listen to him. I'll be honest, I never really got that far on Peace Walker, so I couldn't be certain myself. I kept getting stuck at the Strangelove's torture sequence. You have to keep mashing a key, and I just can't get past it. I even got my aunt to try and help me. She couldn't do it. But yeah, anyway, he wanted the reviews, to be tied into his ideology. He's big into feminism, and if a thing doesn't groove with that, then the rating should suffer, presumably. I can't remember if he outright said that, but he wanted the games to be criticized on whether or not how well they followed feminism and his particular brand of it. Depending on who you ask, the thing has different things to it. For some, feminism just wants to help women. For others, it wants to help men and women. Depends on who you ask. And it's who knows what his particular brand entails. So anyway, he wants it to groove with his ideology. He'll ignore context if something bad happened to a character in it, and just because she's a woman, that means the game must lose rating or be criticized for it because something bad happened to a woman. Yeah, it's idiotic. And I've heard of companies getting fucked over. Some companies, they'll be hired to make a game. It's not their own game. Obsidian was hired by Bethesda to make Fallout New Vegas. They fell a bit of a point, like 0.1 or to 0.9 or a full 1 off their target, of 70% rating or something. I can't remember the exact thing. You'd have to find an interview of it. There's one out floating around out there, but they were a tiny bit off reaching their bonus, and because of that, they didn't get it. Even, which is actually kind of funny considering how a lot of people I've been hearing talking about it. Out of everyone I've heard, this is a small sample size, I know, but out of everyone I've heard talking about Fallout New Vegas, consider it better than Fallout 3. All but one person. But anyway, certainly a lot of people can seem to think it's better than Fallout 4. Some people are criticizing Fallout 4, you're more railroaded on the story. You have to kill a certain guy. While in Fallout New Vegas, you could kill the guy. You could kill the guy in a variety of ways, variety of places. You could, if you had the Black Widow trait, therefore were a woman, you could seduce the guy, fuck him, and kill him, take his suit. You could leave him. If you're a guy, you could bribe someone to go take him up to their suite. Then you can go up and kill the guy in the suite, or just take his suit and leave him live. And if you leave him live, he ends up getting captured by a person, and you can kill him then. You can set him free. You can torture him. You have a ton of choices, but with this other NPC, you've got nothing. You gun him down like anyone else. So people were criticizing that, but anyway, they got fucked. They got screwed over there. And certainly, while it's possible for companies to negotiate that those things aren't in it, Obsidian said they'll be doing that in the future. It just seems nasty that say if people are making a game, a Mad Max game, or some game that doesn't perfectly match up with what's his face's ideology, that means they shouldn't get the extra money that they should get, because it becomes an inherent thing. You make certain games, you don't get the extra money. Your game your game mightn't sell as well because it gets reviewed poorer. poor, people may just see the figure, and you see where I'm saying? He just seems shitty.